Tony Blair denies ordering burning of document ruling Iraq war illegal, claims. Former Prime Minister Tony Blair has denied ordering the burning of documents drafted by Attorney General Lord Goldsmith, which argued the Iraq war would be illegal weeks before the invasion began in 2003. In a statement responding to allegations made on Sunday, Blair's office said this is nonsense as far as Tony Blair knows. No one ever said that in his presence and in any event it would be quite absurd to think that anyone could destroy any such document. I get the impression that the net is closing in around Tony Blair. I really hope this is the case. He deserves to be hung for what he has done, not flying around the world on private jets making millions of pounds a year in payoffs from oil companies having been responsible for 179 British soldiers' deaths. But Tony Blair does seem to be panicking a little, don't you think? Remember the apology the other day? I know it wasn't exactly a full apology, far from it in reality, but for Blair it was huge. He didn't want to have to say sorry for anything. It wasn't long ago that Blair was blaming everything and everybody else for the rise of ISIS apart from him and his actions. Now he's kind of admitted that they have arisen from his actions. Tony Blair, Syria conflict is to blame for current Iraq crisis. Tony Blair last night accused critics of the war in Iraq of trying to willfully claim the current crisis in the country is a result of the original invasion. In a 3,000-word essay, Mr. Blair rejected claims that he was to blame, saying that if the West had not rid Iraq of Saddam Hussein, the crisis in the Middle East would be worse. People are gonna have to start taking a sober look at the world around them. We cannot allow things to continue the way they are. Why do we applaud people who kill hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people? And why do we demonize people who are looking to get to the truth? The whole world is upside down and we just accept it without thinking nowadays. Why do we give respect to people who simply do not deserve it? Scheming, cheating, ruthless scum. They get respect from society when people with morals, dignity and honour, well, they get laughed at, pushed aside and thought of as weak. Is this just the media who give the respect to the scumbags? Or can the general public actually see this scum when it's right in front of them? Or are the general public too wrapped up in their latest gadget, the latest match, the latest brain-numbing TV show? Why hasn't Tony Blair been arrested? I genuinely find this really depressing. It should be an easy win for us. You know that when the Chilcot report finally gets published, you know that David Cameron is going to do all he can to defend Tony Blair. And in the report, I'm sure Blair will be exonerated of all blame, and again, he'll get away with it. And when Tony Blair's finally cleared of any wrongdoing, as we all know he will because the establishment won't burn one of their own, because after all, he was only doing what his satanic masters told him to do, but when he's exonerated, no doubt he will do the media circuit and he will be wearing his grin on every channel for about a month. Smug as you like, because he knows he got away with it again. Now I'm not left and I'm not right. I know it's two cheeks of the same arse. But I would vote for Corbyn in a heartbeat if he said he would arrest Tony Blair and hand him over to The Hague on war crime charges. Who else would be with me? It's disheartening sometimes, isn't it? Battling against the tide day after day. Just remind yourself. Just think back. David Cameron put his penis in the mouth of a dead pig. And he is our Prime Minister. He is the leader of our country. Also remind yourself that our Chancellor loves cocaine and likes things inserted up his rectum, and he's second in command. How on earth is this possible? Any sane person wouldn't let either of these people look after their hamster, but they're running the bloody country. Just how is this possible? Where did we go wrong? Can anyone put their finger on when it happened? How on earth do these people get elected time and time again? As a society, have we really fallen this low? We seriously might have to take matters into our own hands, and soon. Second Amendment, anyone?